No expert. Oh, nope, it's good now. Alright guys, so I'm down here in the workshop, and as you saw, I need to get a carburetor on that Falcon. So, I don't have a factory carb for it. So what I did, this is like a factory little plate. It's got a throttle linkage that goes on here. And this bolts onto the factory intake on that inline. And then I borrowed this carburetor from Hoopy's Hot Rods. It's a old, it's a GM, I think it's it's like a Rochester 2-jet. So it's actually like 2-barrel. So what I'm going to do is adapt this carb to this adapter or not adapter, but this plate, which also then bolts onto the intake of the 200 straight 6. So I'm going to use this steel here to make a plate, cut a hole in it, have a tube. They'll obviously have to flare out. I'm going to make a plate for the bottom of this carb. Get to it. Alright, got this first one kind of milled out. Obviously I'll clean this up some too, but we are getting there. One step closer. Alright, now I need to find a piece of metal and mark out this bottom flange on this carb. Alright, so this thing's all cut out. It does still need a lot of cleanup work. I can only do so much with this mill drill. I'll just hand file it the rest of the way. That is that one sitting on the carb. And I can see it. Throttle blades open and everything. So then I need to cut this one out and then put a piece of tube in between them. Obviously it'll have to be like a Y or like a funnel shape. And that will adapt the 2-barrel carb to the 1-barrel intake. So I'm not going to cut this flange up fully yet, just so I have more material to hold on to while I'm working with stuff. What I need to do is make a piece of tube that goes from this to this, so round peg, round hole, oval peg, oval hole. So I've got this old exhaust from I think it's like a 400EX 4-wheeler, and it's actually like the perfect size for this. So what I'm going to do is cut this short section off that's the right size, and then I'm going to cut it kind of like long ways, almost to here, and then kind of Y it apart to match up to this flange, and then cut a kind of a triangular piece to fill in the gap. So I'll have like this Y-shaped or V-shaped adapter to go to the intake and the carb. So let me work on that. one 2-barrel to 1-barrel adapter. Just kind of cleaned it all up. Alright, now let's see if I can get this thrown on here and put some fuel to it. Well, this is unfortunate. My entire brand new tube, several years old, but unopened tube of silicone seems to have gone off. Well, anybody need some RTV? Well, I found a little bit of good stuff. Right in the middle, might as well use it. Let's throw this thing on here. My hardware situation is not ideal in the least. I had to stack 3 nuts because the bolts I have are too long. And I don't have any more 5/16 bolts. So we're gonna make it work. I wonder if I can dump some gas into it. It's getting late, so I'll try and dump some gas in the carb, see what it'll do. That's awesome. Nope. Light down. Okay, light back up. Timing's probably way off. A bunch of stuff's probably way off. Alright, I'm going to try it a little more, put some more gas in the carb, and probably call it for the night. It's getting late and I don't want to upset my neighbors. Come on. We're getting closer, but it's probably like 9:30, 9:45. Revisit this in the morning, or, well, no, we'll revisit this in the afternoon. Peace. What's up, guys? So we're back at it, next day, and I went ahead and checked spark on all of the cylinders. I have spark at every spark plug, and I pulled all the spark plugs out and cleaned those up. So let's try and fire it up and see if it does any better. Fingers crossed. getting there.
Yeah.
Better than it was. Yeah, keep my face back from the fireballs that want to come out of the carb now. So close. Too much on the timing. Carbs leaking.
You're not far from it.
No, not at all. It's got like no like if I try to do anything other than like crack it open just a little bit, it's dying. I think I need to look into this carb a little bit more. That's cool though. It's actually trying to run.
That's awesome.
It really could probably use plugs and wires and
Oh,
cap and rotor and all that, but and whatever's gas gets blown out of the exhaust.
Man, it's still.
Yeah.
That's encouraging.
I don't know how long this thing sat.
Exactly.
I found a in the ashtray was it was called a wheel tax receipt, something from Tennessee from '94.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's the last time it ran, and it very well could have been. But
it's encouraging what you're doing.
yeah, it's getting there.
Cool. Well, good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Take it easy. Getting there. I think I need to fix that exhaust leak. Alright guys, so I switched back to the original coil because I want to see if that one works now that it's running good. And I just noticed this. The coil that I was using, let me see it. It's actually a 6-volt coil. It's kind of warm right now, but whatever. It still worked, so. I'm on the original coil, original wiring. I want to see if it starts with the key and see if we can get it to idle. Watch this. I really wish I had some gauges though. I'm beginning to think that might be a rod knock. That's not good. I don't know how well the video is picking it up, but it's definitely got a lower end noise. I think I know what the rattle is though. Definitely getting some heat in it, which I don't think there's I think I did knock a hole in the radiator, and it looks like it may actually have a leak too up top. I think they've resoldered the tank. Oh, what a basket case. No expert. Oh, nope, it's good now. Alright guys, well that's pretty cool. Once I got the timing kind of squared away, I think that was the biggest problem, was the timing. It was way off. Once I got that kind of squared away, it seemed to fire right up, and I adjusted the carb a little bit, and it took right off. There's a little bit of a concerning noise coming from the bottom end. I don't know what else it could be other than a rod bearing or a wrist pin. It is what it is. But kind of where we stand now is I need to get a drive shaft figured out for it, because the trans that's in it is not the original trans, so the drive shaft I have doesn't work. So I gotta figure out some of the drive shaft. Radiator needs something figured out, as you saw. It's leaking from the top, it's leaking from the bottom, it's leaking from everywhere. So, and I need to get a throttle linkage figured out. Being that the GM carb's on the opposite side as the Ford, so probably just make up a new bracket. But guys, I'm super excited. It fired up and runs good for what it is. So, and also doesn't seem to be charging either, from what I can tell. But the wiring's so jacked up in this car. But guys, I apologize for the background noise. It seems like somebody's always mowing in my neighborhood. Guys, I think I'm gonna call it there. Got the Falcon running and running decent. And yeah, like I said, gotta sort out those other issues, but I'm super pumped. I'm happy. Guys, drop any questions or comments down below. As always, if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because that way you guys don't miss out, or that way you guys don't miss out. And I got a bunch of more videos coming down the line. Guys, stay safe. Get out in your garage, work on your stuff. Tune in next time. Guys, scratch one more thing off the list. It's hackery at its finest. The old brackets welded straight to the valve cover, but you know what? It works. Alright guys, now that's the end of the video. Peace!